In today's video, I'm going to be going over 7 high potential, low content book keywords for Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing that can earn you $500 to $1,000 or more per month. What is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Dane, and on this channel I talk all about self-publishing books on Amazon, online entrepreneurship, and just lifestyle in general. So if that kind of thing interests you, make sure you subscribe, drop a like on the video, and hit the notification bell so you know when I post new videos. In today's video, I'm going over 7 high potential, low content book keywords for you to get into for Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. And a few of these keywords can earn you, well, actually most of them can earn you $500 to $1,000 per month with one single book. There's tons of books ranking for these keywords that are earning $50, $100 per day even, just from their royalties that they're earning from their book sales. So in this video, I want to show you how I find these keywords first and foremost, and then I'll be going into detail on each keyword, why they have potential, and why I think they're great to get into as we move into the summer months and just the rest of 2022. So without further ado, let's jump into my computer. I'll be showing you how I find them first, and I'll go over what the keywords are. Let's do this. Okay, so we're in my computer here now, and as you can see, I'm logged in to an application or a software, whatever you want to call it, called Bookbeam. And Bookbeam is by far and away one of the best keyword research tools and just book management online tools to use for your Kindle Direct Publishing or just self-publishing business in general when it comes to managing and finding profitable keywords. And there's also things like optimizing your listing, also creating a book description and analyzing your keywords, all these different tools that can be found within the Bookbeam software. But for this particular keyword, or for this particular video, I'm going to be talking about the niche finder section here. It's one of their tools here. We'll be using this to find some low content keywords for today's video. And I found a couple of them already. I'm doing pretty much live keyword research with this today. I'll be showing you what numbers I type in and how I go about finding them. So let's start doing this here. Before I jump into it though, I want to say if you want to download Bookbeam and get this on your computer so you can follow along with this video or just use it in the future, the first link, well actually probably the second or third link, you'll see it down below in the description of the video. You can download Bookbeam, get started with it, and if you use my code Dane, I think it's Dane10 or just Dane, something like that, you'll see the code right beside it. You'll get a certain percentage off of your purchase of Bookbeam. So without further ado, let's start using Bookbeam. I'll show you how I find these keywords. So you can see right here, I'm logged in and I'm on the niche finder inside of Bookbeam. And once you get here, you can choose different things. So you can see over on the right here, we'll start this first. You can choose different categories if you want. And for low content books, usually they're going to fall within like children's books or crafts and hobbies and home, religion, spirituality, sometimes reference as well. Not these bigger ones like business and money, usually self-help. Those are usually going to be higher content books, but don't get me wrong, there are low content books for self-help. But for this video, I wanted to just stick to children's books. So what I did, I went to category search and I just typed in children's books. All right. And that's all we're going to do today, just to be very specific. Below that, you can see there are some parameters here that you can set for it to find books within them. So down here, you can see you can choose the bestsellers rank. I did 500 to 150K. So anything between that is what it's going to filter out down below here once I click find books. Number of reviews, I did a maximum of 2,000 because anything above that's going to be pretty competitive. Price, to make sure that it's going to be low content books, I did $5 to $10. And then over here, I just left this blank for the time being. The average BSR is going to be the one that's going to find us the most quality things. So once I have all that typed in for my parameters and I've chosen my category, I'm going to go find books. And you're going to see there's going to be a bunch of results popping up down here. Actually, 2,000 results popping up down here for potential books that have potential in the low content category, basically. Not all of them are low content. Remember, I only typed in children's books and I made the price 5 to 10. So typically there's going to be low content books that show up here, but some of them might not be. So anyways, a few of these here are ones that I've found, and I'll show you after on Amazon what I think of them. So you can see it's already spitting out quite a few. I'm seeing quite a few options already for us to search and see if they have potential, like unicorn hidden pictures, best hidden pictures, puzzle book, preschool activity book. My dad is awesome. That's more of a specific one. Keyword though, we can go at ocean animals, preschool activity book, jokes for 8-year-olds. You can see there are tons and tons of options already popping up on this first page for me to search up on Amazon and see if they have potential for us to follow through with. So I can go to the next page and show you a few more here before we get into the keywords themselves. From what I found, Bookbeam is actually very good at finding you books pretty quickly. And by typing in these parameters up here, you can really find great results. So looking on this one, you can see ultimate travel journal. So that's for kids. That's another low content option. Pet puzzles. So tons of things that you could search All right, so out of those things that search, I have a few popped up here that I'd like to look more into specifically for the 7 keywords of this video. They're all based on my BookBeam search as well, just so you know. So the first one that I'm gonna show you is this logic puzzles for clever kids. All right, so that is the keyword, logic puzzles for clever kids. And looking at this one, I have the BookBeam extension added to my computer, so it's going to show me all these numbers up top here. And you can see the average BSR for this keyword is very low. It's like 65K. So anything really below the 150K mark there's lots of demand for that particular keyword. So for this one, it's at 65,000, so 100,000 less than what we're already looking for. So that's even better. The lower, the better. The next thing that I thought was great about this keyword is there's only 4,000 results, which, especially for a low content niche, that is a very healthy number. And that means there's not a whole lot of competition competing for this, while there's also tons of demand. So that's always a great recipe for success. Scrolling down, you can see what the books look like. It's honestly just math puzzles, logic puzzles for kids. And there's not a whole lot of pages in these books or anything like that. They're not very difficult to make. So I would definitely categorize them as lower content books. And to be honest, you could probably make these yourself, or you could hire someone to make them for you via Upwork or somewhere like that. And it wouldn't take very long to make a bunch of these as well. And you can see the top results here are making tons of money. This one up here is making $600 per day. This one's making almost $13 per day. And of course, obviously a low number, but over time, over a month span, that is actually a lot of money per month. So looking at this keyword, I definitely think it has tons of potential for a low content niche. Moving into keyword number 2 here, it is Scissor Skills Activity Book. And again, this one is a little bit outside of the parameters that I usually like to look for, but given that it's a low content book, it's not as difficult as, say, making a high content book. So you can make a couple of these, test out the niche, see how it does. And the numbers are pretty favorable compared to other high content or low content book niches, which have like millions of results. This one right here, as we look at it, you can see it has 20,000 results, so it's a little bit higher than you want it to be. The average BSR is 240K. If I go up here to the BookBeam extension, I could probably remove a couple of outliers that are bringing this up. So you can see there's one with 1 million here, and that's obviously not fitting in with the crowd. So I'm going to click that, and there's also one with 500K here. I'll probably remove that one. And that's going to drop our average BSR, as you see up top here, down to 150K. So that is actually pretty good, and that's what we're usually looking for anyways. That's what I said. So again, lots of demand for this keyword, not a whole lot of results. And Scissor Skills for Kids is a very simple book to make, low content wise. I'm sure there's lots of people who are watching this that probably have these books already, but if you don't, definitely look into it. You can get designers on Fiverr or Upwork to make these pages for you for the book. And there's definitely lots of demand for this one. So I do like this, and BookBeam helped me find this one. Keyword number 3 here we're looking at is Tracing Book for Kids ages 4 to 8. So this is a very specific keyword, but even though it's so specific right down to the age, there's still tons and tons of demand for it. You can see the average BSR for this one is 18K. There's only 10,000 results for it. So again, there's lots of other people making books about it, which means there is an audience, obviously, but at the same time, there's not too many books about it. So we can get in there and compete and start ranking our book on the first page. And when it comes to tracing books, very similar to Scissor Skills. It's just another book that has pretty simple pages to make. If you hire someone, there's tons and tons of people on Upwork and Fiverr who do create these kinds of books, and it definitely is a good keyword to get into because it's a simple one, and it's also one that doesn't have a whole lot of competition right now. The demand is definitely there. There are some books with thousands of reviews, don't get me wrong. It is kind of a little bit outside of our parameters that we're looking at in terms of 2,000 reviews. But there's only a couple of these big authority figures. Other than that, a lot of the other ones have minimal reviews. So it's not actually that difficult to get in there, get maybe 30 reviews, 50 reviews, and start competing with it. So I do like this keyword for keyword number 3 here. Keyword number 4 is another one that's kind of like this. It's like Connect the Dots book for kids ages 4 to 8. So again, it's very similar to tracing, but it's a little bit different. So you can make a separate book about it. The results for this one are around 10K, so not too high. The average BSR, we can probably remove a couple outliers from this one, and it's going to drop us down quite a bit. So you can see on top here, there's one with 2 million, so that is definitely affecting it heavily. And you can see once I remove that 2 million BSR book, it drops it down to 50,000. So very, very low there. Tons and tons of demand for this one. And the good part about this one is if you saw with the tracing one, there was ones with like over 10,000 reviews. There's not really any books popping up on this first page that have that many reviews. So again, very simple to get in, get maybe 30, 50 reviews if you can, maybe even 20 reviews for this one. That'll get you competing with other books on this first page. There's only 10,000 results, not a whole lot of competition there. And the average BSR is 50K, so the demand is very high for this one. So I do like this one as well for a keyword. Keyword number 5 on the list is Hidden Pictures for Children. Okay, hidden picture books for children. Very high demand keyword on Amazon. And the PSR you can see is below 10K without me even removing outliers. So this one has tons and tons of demand and definitely has potential to make you $1,000 per month off of one single book. Much like any other ones that I've talked about so far, $500 to $1,000 is very, very attainable if you make that high quality book that gets the good quality reviews, that has a good quality cover. All the things add up, and you can get a lot of money out of these kinds of books. Even though the royalties are very minimal, it's really a volume game when it comes to low content books. So looking at this one, you can see there's tons and tons of great opportunity to make a book about this one, because there's different categories, different kind of subcategories you can make. You can do animals, you could do ocean animals. I've seen it a couple times, and that's actually one of the other niches I'll talk about in a second when it comes to hidden pictures. And you can see there's only 10,000 results. Average BSR very low. This one has tons of potential. Moving into keyword number 6 here, it is summer camp journal. Very simple keyword, a little bit more broad. Does have 20,000 results, so a little bit higher than we want to. If I go up here and I press the space bar, you can see there are more specific results, but the demand isn't as high. If you look up here, the average BSR 300K. I'm sure if I go in here, I can remove a couple of outliers. You can see there's a couple of millions here, so those are probably 2 that I can get rid of. And that's going to drop us down to 170. I wouldn't say there's one 700K. That one's kind of an outlier. You could probably drop you down to 124. So the average BSR is pretty low there. Lots of demand for this one. Once again, the competition is a little bit higher. But especially right now, moving into summer months, this is going to be a very popular keyword and a very popular book. If you can get a couple of these out there, it's definitely going to make you a lot of money during the summer months. I can definitely see these making $500 to $1,000 each per month if you do it right, if you get reviews, and if you're able to secure a spot on the first or second page. The final keyword that I'm going to talk about in this video is Ocean Animals Activity Book for Kids. This one was found directly. You saw it on the first page of the BookBeam results when we were looking at it, and you can see it's definitely one with great numbers as well. Only 10,000 results, not too much competition. Average BSR, let's remove some outliers. I'm sure this will drop it down quite a bit lower. 700K, you can see there's 2 millions here. Let's get rid of those. Drops us down below 200. The 700K, I could probably remove that too. That's going to get us to around the 150K mark, which again, lower the better. More demand for this keyword. Very good results, and you can see there are a few that have thousands of reviews. This one has almost 2,000, but it does fall within our under 2,000 review mark. So again, not exactly impossible to get your book ranking on the first or second page for this keyword. Has tons and tons of opportunity, given that it only has 10,000 books ranking for it. So you could definitely get in there. There's not a whole lot of competition in terms of low content books. And it's not very difficult to make one of these. You can definitely hire someone to make one of these for you and get it formatted and get it ready to go. So guys, that is pretty much it for this video. If you're interested in doing some keyword research the exact same way that I did, I found these all probably within a 10 to 20 minute time span. Didn't take me very long to find these keywords with all that potential. BookBeam is the tool to use. It is very helpful, and it definitely makes the process way more simple than sifting through a bunch of categories, finding keywords. It does all that work for you. So if you want to download BookBeam, again, the link in the description will get you to download that, and you'll see there is a discount code there as well with my name. If you enter that in, you'll get a certain percentage off your subscription to BookBeam. So definitely check out BookBeam if you're interested in that. But anyways, that is it for today's video, guys. Before I let you go, I do want to mention I have a 100% free Facebook community that's all about self-publishing. So if you're brand new to self-publishing and you want a supportive community where you can ask questions, I'm in there answering questions, other experts are in there answering questions. This free Facebook group is the perfect place to do that. It is the first link in the description down below. When you click that link, you can join the group, and the first thing you'll see is a 100% free 5-step guide to getting started with self-publishing. It's pinned to the top of the group, so when you join it, you can download that guide and get yourself kick-started into the self-publishing space. So I'll see you in the group. But that's it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you subscribe, drop a like on the video, and hit the notification bell so you know when I post new videos. I try to post new videos every single week about self-publishing, entrepreneurship, and this lifestyle. So if that works for you, I'll see you in next week's video. Peace.